Hey guys, welcome to episode 11 of Teens and Faith Catholic Conversations. I'm your host Annie and I'm joined by my co-host Gianna.
Hey, what's up?
So before we get into this episode, we wanted to start off with our prayer. O Saint Philomena, Virgin and Martyr, pray for us that, through thy most powerful intercession, we may obtain that purity of mind and heart which leads to the perfect love of God. Amen.
So, this upcoming episode, we are interviewing our siblings and my cousin. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode because we were both super busy this week, but next week we are going to have a longer episode, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Gianna?
Um, Not much. That always seems to be my answer. I'm trying to think of different things that I've been doing or whatever. I mean, mostly school. I've been pretty busy with school and everything. My brother Bennett, who's going to be interviewed in this episode also, his birthday's coming up on Saturday. So he's pretty excited about that. Um, yeah.
So I have a bunch of like really random little stories to tell that have happened throughout the week. So, okay, one of them kind of just happened right now. So Gianna's audio was not working, or maybe it was my audio because I just got a new computer and I was literally like, please Saint Philomena, please help us. And then her audio started working, so that was weird. Also, speaking of audio, my microphone is not working with this new computer, so we're gonna try to figure that out. But this episode, my audio is probably gonna be horrible, so I'm really sorry about that. But and then I was editing like the art contest. We will announce the winner at the end of this episode. And one of the drawings came in like upside down for whatever reason. And I was trying for so long, I could not figure out how to flip it. And then I looked at my St. Philomena statue and I asked for help. And I like found the button to flip it immediately. So I was like, that is wow. And then so you'll hear in this episode, one of the questions was, have any of like our siblings or Gianna's cousin ever broken a bone? And Benjamin, my little brother, said yes, but actually the day we were filming, like, oh, I don't know, like 4 hours after we got done filming, he was swinging off a bar and he landed and broke his foot. So, and it's like a really bad break. Like, he's gonna be on crutches for like 6 weeks. He might have had to get surgery, but I don't think he does, which is good. So, yeah, that's just,
That's good. At least he doesn't have to get surgery.
yeah, it's weird that he like broke it after we asked that question, though.
I
Like,
know. It
that's,
was so weird.
and then Bennett was like, oh, I really want that to happen to me. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bennett says that. I'm like, no, you don't.
no, you don't, Bennett.
Benjamin's just proving it to you.
And then this story is about my little brother Nicholas. So, I was letting out my neighbor's dog for like a night and it was super dark out, even though it was only like 9:30. And I was like, I'm okay, I'm a little baby and I'm scared of the dark. I will fully admit that. Like, I do not like the dark. I literally still sleep with a tiny night light on. Like, I literally cannot do the dark. And we're walking and I like had like my phone flashlight or whatever. And Nicholas like wasn't scared at all. And I was like, are you scared, Nicholas? And he was like, no, I know our guardian angels are gonna protect us, so I'm not scared. And I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, so that was really
The
awesome.
extreme confidence that kid has.
Yeah.
That's good. We should all learn from Nicholas. Shout out to Nicholas. So,
Shout out to Nicholas if you're listening.
yeah.
All right, so now it is time to interview Leah, Benjamin, and Bennett.
Hi.
Hello.
So, Benjamin, we'll start with you. We're wondering what's your name, how many siblings do you have, and what are some of your hobbies?
My name is Benjamin. I have 6 siblings, and some of my hobbies are Rubik's cubing, working out, sleeping.
So, Benjamin, what number are you in like your siblings?
I am the third oldest.
All right. Now, Leah, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and then what are some of your hobbies?
So my name is Leah. I have 7 siblings, and I really like drawing and doing crafts. I like reading.
All right.
Hi.
What like number are you in your siblings?
I am the second oldest.
Okay. I think the second oldest is probably the best. All right. So, Bennett,
My name is Bennett, and I am the youngest of two siblings. And my hobbies, I like to play baseball and football, and I like to do video games, and I like to destroy some things, which is kind of weird, but I just think it's fun to do that. So,
All right, nice.
So, what's it like being related to us? So, Benjamin is Annie's brother, and then Bennett's my brother, and Leah's my cousin. So, what do you think? Like, do we annoy you a lot, or like,
you can get weird sometimes. You can be a little weird, but you can do like some nice things.
All right, Benjamin, what's it like being related to me?
Being related to Annie, I can. She makes a good income, so I can get her to take me to the gas station a lot.
That's true. I
She
do
can
that.
do. She can be really nice sometimes. We're either peanut butter and jelly or oil and water.
Yeah. Do I ever annoy you?
Yes,
How?
but I
How do I annoy you?
always get back at you.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's great being related to Gianna because she's like an older sister to me.
Aw, cute. That's a good answer, Leah. All right.
that's a great answer, Leah.
So next question, Leah, we'll start with you. We're wondering, what is your favorite religious movie?
I really like The Prince of Egypt.
Okay. What's that one about?
That one's about the story of Moses.
Okay,
That-
nice. What about you, Bennett?
Probably the Passion of Christ, just because it um whenever I watch it, it just thinks I think of like he did this for us, and um I mean there are some parts where I'm like, ew, I have to look away, but I think that's a pretty good movie.
It is
So
a good one. What about you, Benjamin?
My favorite movie, religious movie, is The Passion because it lets like every single time you sin, you're doing that to Jesus. Like it's just like unbelievably realistic, and I just it's a wake up.
Yeah, it's a really hard watch.
That's a good answer. What's your favorite religious holiday and why? Leah, we'll start with you.
Um, I really like Easter because I like the story of Easter because Jesus rose from the dead, bringing the world hope. And I like Easter egg hunts.
Yeah, those are pretty fun. We do a pretty fun one at our church every year, right? They always let the little kids go first, so like
Yeah.
Leah and I are like always last, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. Benjamin, what's your favorite religious holiday and why?
My favorite religious holiday is Christmas because, well, for one, the mass is really pretty. Two, you got to spend like the whole day with your family. Three, we always do this Christmas brunch, which is really fun. Yeah, that's it.
That's cool. What about you, Bennett?
my
Power of
favorite is
editing.
Easter. The only reason because our Lord rose from the dead. So I just think that's cool because nobody else can uh like rise or like
Rise from the dead.
yeah, rise from the dead.
Bring themselves back
Yeah.
to life. Yeah.
They can't do that. I just think that's a cool thing. So
All right, Leah, we'll start with you again. Do you play any instruments?
Well, I just started learning how to play the piano, so I'm like not that good.
That's okay. We hope to start, and when we start, we're not pretty good, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Bennett?
I haven't had any lessons, but I sometimes like to play the piano also. So
All right, piano's a good instrument. I feel like everybody who's come on has said they play a little piano, right, Gianna?
Yeah,
Like, I think
definitely.
every single person.
Yeah.
All right, Benjamin, what about you?
I play the alto saxophone. I will let you tell a story about jolly old Saint Nicholas, Annie.
Okay, so every year we do this Everhart Christmas concert where like our grandparents come over and we play for them. And it was Benjamin's first year playing saxophone, and he started in like September, and the Christmas concert was in December. So like he barely knew how to read sheet music at this point. And he was like, I'm gonna play Jolly Old Saint Nicholas. So he opened his book, and it was the worst like sounding thing I've ever heard. And like at one point he turned it into Jingle Bells. Like I don't know how that happened. I'm gonna put the clip of Benjamin playing it at the end of this video so like it can show you like don't be afraid to start an instrument because we all start somewhere. And like if I can find old videos of me playing violin, I'll put that at the end. But it was a rough song. And I will say Nicholas is super short, but like Benjamin went on for like a minute and 30 seconds, just like dun 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 dun. Like he was so wrong. It was bad.
It's funny. Have any of you had any broken bones before? Leah, we'll start with you.
Nope, I have never had a broken bone.
All right, knock on wood.
Benjamin, what about you?
I have broke my arm twice, once from Annie, once from my dad.
Okay, you need
How
backstory.
did that happen?
All right, so the time with my dad, we were running late to mass, and I was like young, I was like 4 or something, and I wasn't behaving the best, right? So he's trying to like get me dressed really fast, and he's really strong, so he like tries to shove my arm in the shirt, but it doesn't go through the hole, so he like shoves it really hard into the shirt, and then it just like kind of snaps with pressure, I guess. I don't know.
It was nursemaid's elbow, I think. Or did you
Yeah.
actually break your arm for that one?
That time it was nursemaid's elbow.
Okay, but he's like, and then do you want to tell the story about how I broke your arm or should I?
Yeah. The time I actually broke my arm was Annie really wanted to play something with me. I didn't want to play it because I wanted to do something else. I don't know. So then she pulls my arm and starts dragging me down the stairs. I fall down the stairs on my arm and I broke it like somewhere halfway down the fall, and then I just fell the rest of the stairs.
Okay, so we were like, I was probably 4 when this happened, and he was like 2, or no, I must have been 6, and you were like, okay, we were really young. So I dragged him down the stairs, like I grabbed his arms and just dragged him because I don't know, I was stubborn or whatever. And he like, yeah, I like dislocated his arm or broke it or something. I don't know, it was really bad, but
Oh no.
yeah.
What about you, Ben?
No, but for some reason I would actually want to experience a broken one.
Why?
Why?
I've always said I want to break my bone, and I don't know why. Like any part, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I hope that happens then. Okay, so now moving on to like the religious questions. We'll start with Leah again. What is your favorite mystery of the Rosary?
Well, I really like the coronation because it's cool that the Blessed Virgin got crowned Queen of Heaven and Earth. She's such an inspiration and good example to everyone.
Yeah, that's a good answer. What about
Yeah,
you,
it is.
Benjamin?
My favorite mystery of the Rosary is the crowning of thorns because it was the first one I memorized.
All right. What about you,
Okay.
Benjamin?
the Annunciation, because it was like it's important. It was like something very special to be called the Mother of God, and I just think that is very cool. So
Yeah.
Yeah. For the boys at least, was it difficult to learn Latin for serving and everything? Benjamin, you can go first.
Yes, it was because learning any language is difficult. Like, no matter what, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Bennett, what about you?
yeah, I would say it's very hard. There are some prayers that are longer and they have longer words, and then you need to memorize them, and then you have to go the right pace, and so it can get confusing sometimes. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound pretty hard, especially like since you guys sound like you're saying it really fast. I don't know how you guys do that.
Yeah, seriously.
So this one is for Leah. What is it like being the oldest girl in your house?
I like it, but I also don't like it. I like it because I like having little kids to like take care of and play with, but I don't like it because I kind of wish I had an older sister to hang out with and look up to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I felt too. Because you and I were like the same. Because
Yeah.
Leah and I both have a lot of brothers and then really little sisters who like aren't
Yeah.
our age.
see. Is it difficult for any of you being a mission kid? Leah, we can start with you.
Nope, it's not because like it's just how I grew up, so I'm just used to that. So
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, it's kind of difficult being a mission kid. I'm not the most social person ever. So that aspect's not too hard, but learning how to serve, my older brother had been doing it for a year, so that was like the only person I could learn from. So that's probably what was the hardest part about being a mission kid for me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's hard when there's like no one else around, really.
Yeah, and since when you're mission kids, like we don't have mass frequently, at least for us, so they get to serve like 3 times a month when our priest is up, and like that's it. So they don't even get like the practice.
Yeah. Bennett, what about you?
No, I don't see it being like a problem, especially that I've like grown up to this, so I don't think it's that hard. So, and I also know a few boys at our church, so just talk to them after. So,
Mhm.
All right, so Benjamin, we'll start with you. What is your favorite prayer and why?
My favorite prayer is the prayer to Saint Anthony.
How come?
Why Saint Anthony is my patron saint, and I have quite a few stories of us losing something. We say the prayer, and then like a little bit later we find. Okay, so my mom was eating yellow M&Ms.
Well, she was eating all the M&Ms, not just the yellow.
My uncle grabbed a handful of them. Well, yeah, she was eating M&Ms. My uncle grabbed a handful of them and set them on a table. My dad and my uncle were like grilling or something. He picks one up, accidentally drops it, and like does jumps to avoid it, right? And it's just gone after that. That's the last time we saw it. It was just gone. We looked for like an hour, couldn't find it. He goes home and he's like doing stuff, right? He says the prayer to Saint Anthony, and then like 15 minutes later, he pulls out his phone, and it's just there, smushed on his phone, and it's just like wow, because he took
Yeah.
his phone out multiple times
Oh,
whilst trying to look
Yeah,
for
so
it.
St. Anthony was just like, here's your M&M and just like stuck it on his phone. And yes,
Yeah,
that's what we do at the Ever House. We do look for M&Ms for an hour. So we did spend an hour looking for that M&M. All right, Leah, how about you? What's your favorite prayer?
I really like the guardian angel prayer because, well, because like people don't usually, or they are not like usually talking to their guardian angel, but then there's like a prayer that they can say and
Yeah, that's a really good prayer. What about you, Bennett?
I like the Hail Mary because you say in the rosary, but it's like it's a very powerful prayer and yet it's very short. So, I that's how I like it.
Yeah, because it's the words of like Mary and the angel Gabriel. So it's a really good prayer. I don't think
Yeah.
too many people have said the Hail Mary on here yet, right?
No, I don't think so.
You'd think that's like what a lot of people would say, but
yeah.
Yeah. It's the most common prayer. Like, it's the prayer that I always think of whenever I have a problem with something. I'll just say the Hail
the
Mary.
Hail Mary or like the Our Father maybe, or yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, um, what is your favorite and least favorite subject and why? Bennett, we'll start with you.
My favorite subject is history. Um, just because you learn about like the past and stuff. So I just think that is cool. And then my least favorite subject is math because, well, it's math.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, Bennett.
I don't.
Math is math.
Yeah. What about you, Benjamin?
my favorite subject in school is Trojan War because it's just reading, and then you fill out the paper, and Annie knows a lot about it, so she can help me often with it. Latin because it's just a lot of writing.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
So my favorite subject is reading because the books I read are like interesting and I really enjoy them. And my least favorite is English because uh English you sometimes like the way you spell things it doesn't make sense and I just don't find it very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. That's actually kind of funny that you say that because I've always thought like English and reading go like hand in hand. But it's cool that it's like one of them is your favorite and then one of them your least favorite. All right, so we'll start with Bennett. Who is your favorite saint and why?
It's Saint Benedict. Um, he is my patron saint, and I picked him as my patron saint just because it's like Bennett and Benedict, that they're pretty close. Sound pretty similar. So those are the main reasons why.
What about you, Leah?
My favorite saint is Saint Gertrude because she's my patron saint, and she offered up little things, but that's like the thing. That's what was so good about her. She offered up little things that
Yeah, she
people.
did. She did a lot.
What about you, Benjamin?
My favorite saint is Saint Anthony of Padua. He is my patron saint, and I like him because you can ask him to, one, help you find things, but two, I like to ask him to help me not to lose my soul.
Okay, yeah,
That's a good answer.
that's a good
Strong.
answer.
Let's see. What is your favorite food? Leah, we'll start with you.
My favorite food is pizza.
Yes. What kind of pizza?
I like pepperoni pizza.
What are your thoughts on pineapple pizza?
I think it's okay. It's not like my favorite type of pizza, but I think it's pretty good.
Now I'm gonna go around and ask Benjamin, what do you think about pineapple pizza?
I think it should not exist.
We have like Bennett
I
and
think it's pretty
Gianna's little
disgusting.
brother shaking their heads right now. I personally, whenever my mom orders pizza, I always go for pineapple pizza. Like it is so good. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Pineapple
Yes.
pizza is so good. What's your favorite food, Benjamin?
It's mac and cheese.
What do you like about mac and cheese, Benjamin?
It's really good. It's a warm meal. You can get it in quantities, and it's just so good.
So
It's just the best
Benjamin,
food.
you have celiacs though, right?
Gluten-free noodles are fine. They're perfectly fine compared to normal noodles.
Like
Obviously, normal are better, but gluten-free is perfectly fine.
like every single gluten-free noodle you think is good, or is there some brands?
There's maybe a few brands that taste bad, but like for the majority, they're not bad once you adjust to them.
Fair enough.
I totally agree with you, Benjamin. Mac and cheese is my favorite food, like ever. Anyway, Bennett, what's your
I like a lot, but I like chicken nuggets. I like meat, but I feel like chicken nuggets are better than like burgers, hot dogs, and stuff. So
you're a chicken guy? Well, he's a meat guy.
yeah, so it's hard on Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on a little bit, but this is still kind of a dumber question. We'll start with Bennett. What is your favorite month of the year?
I like October. One because my birthday's there, so that's why I like it. And the weather is like it's supposed to be nicer.
It's
So
supposed to be nicer. Leah, what about you?
My favorite month is April because I I like spring because well I like how when it's starting to get warmer because I get to hang outside a lot.
Yeah.
Leah, would you say up in North Dakota and Minnesota, do you think we have a long spring, or do you think it's pretty short?
Very short.
Yeah. Benjamin, what about you?
My favorite month of the year is January because it is the month of my birthday.
January is actually my least favorite month for that reason. Just kidding. But
Wow. Didn't know how to get personal.
What is your favorite part about the mass? Benjamin, you go first.
My favorite part about the Mass is the fact that I get to serve it. It's just like, I feel like I can help God in a better way than just prayer.
good answer.
That's a good answer. Um, Leah, what about you?
I like receiving communion because it always feels nice to have Jesus inside of
Mhm.
me. So
Yeah, that's a good answer too. You need him, but all right, Bennett, what about you?
I like communion because you get to talk with God with some quiet time and you get to just talk with him and I like it. So
All right, good answer. All right, so starting with you, Leah, we're wondering how old are you guys?
I am 11 years old.
All right, Bennett, what about you?
I am 10.
Benjamin, what about you?
I am 12.
All right. All right, what is your guys's, we'll start with Leah, what's your favorite book?
I really like The Children of Fatima by Mary Fabian Wittenbeet. She's
Okay.
a author that she is an author that makes she writes Catholic children's books. Yeah, and it's just an interesting book. I like the story.
All right, that's a good book. I'm pretty sure I read that book in sixth grade, so I was about
Really?
your age. Yeah, it's a good book. Bennett, what about you?
I like the Country Road Home about St. John Vianney. It's just cool that nobody thought that he could become a priest, and then he became a priest, and then he went to a town where people weren't like really learning about God, and then he made a lot of people convert. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
yeah.
did.
All right, Benjamin, what about you?
My favorite book is a book on St. Pope Pius X.
Last question. What is the most you have been annoyed with us? Leah, we'll start with you because you'll probably have a good answer. You
Yeah.
like
I've never been annoyed with either of you.
Oh, thank you, Leah.
you.
What about you, Bennett?
I don't really get annoyed with Gianna. It's just what we always have to shower before we have to go to mass and she takes quite some time in there. And we only have one shower in our house, so it just we have to wait until she comes out and then we can finally go. So, but that's the only thing that really annoys me with Gianna.
Well, girls take a longer time in the shower than boys do.
Yeah, I take a long time in the shower. That's
Yeah,
just Gianna
yeah.
being a girl.
Gosh.
Don't need to take an hour.
I didn't. Okay, most of the time I don't even take an hour. Like I take like 10, not 10.
I was like,
Maybe
there's no way you
at
take 10
most,
minutes.
maybe at most 20 minutes. Okay.
So, Benjamin, what's the most annoyed you've ever been with me?
The most annoyed I've ever been with Annie is when one time, so we have mass out of farm, right? Nicholas went outside and found a frog. Annie kind of jokingly was like, "Hey Nicholas, you should bring it on the car in the car, but don't lose it." And so Nicholas brings it in the car. Around halfway home through the ride, he loses it and whispers to Sammy, "Don't freak out, but I lost the frog." And Sammy's like, "You lost the frog!" Screams to my mom. Okay, so my mom's really mad right now. We get home and they look for a little bit, then they go inside, eat dinner, then they come out, look again. During all this, no one found the frog. It could still be in there right now.
I would like to say this happened last weekend. So that's not how it went. What happened is Nicholas found a frog, and when I was like 8, Benjamin and I snuck a frog in the car, and we actually got away with it for like 3 weeks. It was so good. We had a pet frog. Yeah. Anyways, so Nicholas found a frog, and I was like, "Oh, you should bring it home," and because like jokingly, because he came up to me and was like, "Do you think I could get away with this?" And I was like, "Just don't lose it, and you'll be fine." And we were about halfway home, and he whispers to Sammy, and then he whispers to me and was like, "I lost the frog, Annie. What do I do?" And I was like, "Whatever you do, don't tell mom." And then we hear Sammy scream, and then yeah, we were looking for like half an hour. And then I also got in trouble because I'm the one who told him it was a good idea, I guess.
He did.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's a lot.
All right. Well, that wraps up our interview. And before we let you guys go, do you have anything else to add?
No,
I don't.
thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
I
of
had
course.
fun.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Yeah.
fun with you guys.
I had fun.
So that wraps up our episode, and thank you so much for watching. And then Today, as we're filming, today is October 3rd, and it is Saint Therese of Lisieux's feast day, who is my confirmation saint. She's my mom's confirmation saint, and she's a great saint. And I know a lot of people have special devotions to her, so happy feast day, Saint Therese. And we are actually going to film an episode on her, but a bunch of our filmings and interviews keep getting mixed up, so hers is coming out next week, I think. So stay tuned for that. Okay.
And next week's episode, we will do the Saint Therese topic, and we'll interview another teenager, boy teenager. Yeah.
And now Gianna is going to announce the art contest winners. We have a first, second, and a third place.
Yes, because we're very indecisive. So
Yeah, but before we start, we just wanted to say all of the drawings were so good, and it took Gianna and I so long to figure out who won this. So thank you so much for all the entries.
So we have third place. Isaac got third place, so congratulations. Ivy is second place, and Leah is first place. So congratulations to you all, and you all had really good drawings, and everyone had really good drawings. We loved all the drawings that came in, so.
Even Lucy. I have a funny story about that. So my dad put the podcast on the TV and he showed Mary and Lucy, because those are my little sisters, their drawings. So Mary was she was fine about hers, right? And then Lucy heard her name on the TV and she heard me say shout out to Lucy and she started jumping up and down and was screaming. It was so excited. It was the cutest thing in the world.
That's so cute.
And then, so since we had Bennett and Leah and Benjamin on, and we know a bunch of little kids, or not little, I don't know, 7 to 12-year-olds, not teenagers, but close, who want to come on our podcast. So we were thinking we were going to do an episode where we just do little short interviews with a bunch of younger kids. So if you think you might be interested in that, you guys can email us and we can find a day to film. And if you want to come on, then please email us by October 31st. And yeah, we're looking forward to filming that one.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be interesting.
Oh, and then one last thing. So like I said, how Benjamin and I were talking about in his little interview, how he played the saxophone really bad when he was starting. So at the end of this video, I found the video of Benjamin playing Jolly Old St. Nicholas, and then I found an old video of me playing Good King Wenceslas. So I put those at the end. So feel free to listen to those, but my mom and I, whenever we hear Benjamin playing Jolly Old St. Nicholas, we're rolling on the floor laughing. It's so bad. So yeah. So as always, God bless, and Saint Therese, pray for us, and Saint Philomena,
Powerful God,
pray for us.
us.